Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a review and swatches slash like first impressions sort of video on the new Becca Ocean Jewels highlighter palette, and this is so gorgeous. Like, just look at this. I absolutely love the packaging on this. It's so pretty. It comes with 5 highlighters in it, and again, look at that. Like, how pretty is that? I absolutely like died over the packaging. I think that's partially like what got me. So this was a $55 palette, which is expensive, but you do get 5 different highlighters in it. So I really like that, because I'm not going to go through like a full-size like highlighter, you know what I mean? Like, this is the only other full-size highlighter I have from Becca, and it is one of their light chaser highlighters. It is the Champagne Dream Flashes Bellini. Yeah. And like, I will never ever go through this whole thing. Like, it's ginormous. So like, I actually really appreciate that these are like smaller pan sizes and you get more of a variety, because I do like having like more of a variety in my highlights and everything. The 5 colors that come in here is Coral Crystal, Citrine, Aquamarine, Pink Pyrite, and Sunstone. And this was just the packaging that it came in. Again, this box is gorgeous. Like, it's just this super pretty like light purpley color, and oh my gosh, I love this as well. Like, it has like, if you see this box, you understand how pretty it is. Like, it has like a holographicness to it, and it's like, oh my gosh. Like, they did an amazing job on like all the packaging, and everything is absolutely amazing. Although it is $55, I do think it's worth it, because you do get like 5 different colors, so you're spending what, $11 each, which is high, but for Becca highlighters, it's not that bad of a deal, you know what I mean? So I'm just first gonna swatch these on the back of my hand. I'll just start with Coral Crystal, and I'm just gonna do like one swipe swatches here. So that is Coral Crystal there. I'll show these like closer up too after. Oh my gosh, this next one is Citrine, and like, look at that. How beautiful is that? And the next one is Aquamarine, which is again one of my favorites, because like, I hope these are picking up like how they like look, because oh my gosh, they're so pretty. They're so pretty. And then we have Pink Pyrite, which again is very pretty. These are all quite like light highlighters, and they do have like, they have their colored base. Like, it's not like the you know how some like duochrome highlighters have like a white base and then they shift to that pretty color? These have that pretty color underneath, and then it shifts to like an even prettier color. Does that make any sense? And this last one is Sunstone, which is gonna look gorgeous on like deeper skin tones. Like, oh my gosh, I absolutely love all of these. Here, I'll get closer. These are the 5 colors here. Again, this is Coral Crystal, this is Citrine, Aquamarine, Pink Pyrite, and then the Sunstone. And they all have like very pretty like undertones, and then they have a nice like light shift to them. And I just think they're absolutely gorgeous. As of right now, they don't look like they have any like micro glitters in it, which I don't really like, so I hope it doesn't come off on the skin like that, but we shall see. I'm just going to take this Wet n Wild P65 brush, and I'm going to start with Coral Crystal, and I'm going to apply this to one of my cheeks. Maybe I'll zoom you guys in a little bit more. Alright, so let's just try this guy first. Now that I have it on my skin, it does look really pretty. But it definitely has like, this one at least definitely has those like micro glitters in it. And it's not like a wabam like in your face sort of highlight. Like, it doesn't really look, it's just like a normal highlight, you know? It's not really that duochrome or like wet looking or anything. You can just get away with like this color if you're a lighter skin tone than me. I think this color is gonna look probably too dark on your cheekbones. So next I just want to try Sunstone on this side since they are like the most comparable to in the palette. This one's definitely more of like a bronze color though. Definitely has those like micro glitters in it. So the Coral Crystal is supposed to be a shimmering pink peach infused with white gold pearl, and it definitely has like a peachy undertone. I feel like it has kind of like a pinky goldish reflect to it, so it is nice. Again, it might be too dark though, because it is quite a dark peachy undertone, if that makes sense. And this one is supposed to be Sunstone, a shimmering sandy beige infused with a gold pearl. This one is really pretty. I was surprised that I was able to get away with this, honestly. It does look, again, a smidge bit too dark, but like it just has this beautiful like gold reflect. I don't know if you guys will be able to see that, but it's definitely there. This one is definitely more pink toned, and this one's definitely more like bronzy golden sort of toned. So I'm just gonna try wiping those off, and then we'll try more colors because I really like trying them on the cheekbones because that is where I'm gonna apply my highlight. One with Citrine, which is that really pretty like whitish yellow color. Again, it has a lot of micro glitters in it. Like that's basically all it is like micro glitter. Like it looked really pretty, but that's just not really my like cup of tea as much, you know? But this one is supposed to be a shimmering pale yellow with a gold pearl infused in it. And like it is really gorgeous, like it's really gorgeous. So let's try Pink Pyrite on the other cheek here. Pink Pyrite is an effervescent pink infused with shimmering gold pearl. So basically to me it looks like a pink highlight with like honestly like a white gold sort of reflect in it. Like I know it says gold pearl. When I think of gold I think of like, you know, the color gold. This definitely doesn't have that in it. I think if you like moonstone and opal, like, you know, those like first like highlights that Becca came out with, that like sort of formula, I don't know if they were going for that with this palette, but that's the formula that I like get the feeling of with these highlights, except they're a little bit more of like crazier colors, you know what I mean? So they do go on the skin very, okay, going away from the fact that I personally don't care for these that much just because of what I prefer in a highlight, going off of the base of how these actual like highlights are, I think they're a very good quality, like well-made highlight, like the formula and everything. They go on like not patchy at all. They go on very smooth and effortless. The color in the pan is definitely going to be the color that you get on your cheeks. So if you do like these colors, I think you will really like this palette. I think this palette will actually be good for a lot of like deeper skin tones, because the end two are definitely good for like the deeper skin tones, and then the middle three are good for lighter skin tones, but I think a lot of deeper skin tones like these will look really pretty on as well. That last shade, which is Aquamarine. And I'm going to do this on one side, and then I'm going to show you something else that I think is a dupe for this one. So let's do that. So I'm just going to take this on this side of my face. And again, like this one is like the most like wabam highlight, you know? Like the rest of them were quite, like they weren't subtle, but they were more of like a color wash on your face rather than those like really strong like highlighting reflex, if that makes sense. I think this one is like probably my favorite out of all of them. For me, okay, inclusion to this like palette for me, I think it's a really good palette, but I don't think it's a palette for me, just because I think I was expecting more of like their Light Chaser highlight formula, whereas these ones aren't really like that. Like the Light Chaser one, just like the one at least that I have with my skin tone and everything, I just get that shift of color. I don't get all those like micro glitters and everything on my face. So as far as that goes, I'm not sure if this palette is for me, which I'm really sad about because I was really excited about this palette, but I just don't think I'll ever reach for this palette. It's just, oh my gosh, it's so pretty. Like, it's so pretty. It gets fingerprints so easily though. Like, can you see all those? That would drive me crazy, honestly. It's gorgeous, but I don't think it's a palette for me. And I think it's an amazing palette, but if you don't like micro glitters, I don't think you're gonna like this at all, because there's a lot of micro glitters. Like, basically the whole thing seems like it's made out of like micro glitters. So yeah, but I just wanted to show you guys this e.l.f. mermaid tail highlight that I have, because I think there's a dupe for this, like, what is it called? Aquamarine color in the Becca palette. And I think it's this color right here. So here are the two like swatches. This one is the Becca one, and then this one is the e.l.f. one. And like, I hope you guys can see, but they are really similar. Like, insanely similar. The Becca one has, I don't know, maybe like a more blue color to it, whereas the e.l.f. one has a little bit more of like that purple iridescence. But I'm gonna put it on my other cheek so you guys can see it like actually on the face. Now, one thing I have to say is the Becca ones definitely like build up right away, whereas the e.l.f. one, you have to like actually build it up yourself. But when you have it like on the skin, to me, they look almost identical. And like, you get this e.l.f. highlight for $4, and you get two different colors in here. Also, I actually want to swatch the pink pyrite one to this like pinkish colored one here, because they actually look kind of the same as well. Here are the swatches here. Both of them, when I'm looking at them in the light here, they both have the same pink reflect in them. It's just, for one thing, the Becca one's like just comes off so much more pigmentedly, and this one doesn't come off as pigmentedly. And I think you could really build up the e.l.f. one to look the exact same almost as the Becca one. Like, the e.l.f. one definitely has more of like a white base to it, whereas the Becca one has more of that like pink base to it. So if you really want that really strong pink base, then you'll like the Becca one better. But the e.l.f. one has the same reflect, it's just it has a lighter pink white base to it. So yeah, I just wanted to show you guys those two like swatch comparisons, because, you know, like this on my face, to me it looks basically the exact same. So I don't know, I'm more impressed with like this e.l.f. one that's $4 and you get two colors, whereas this Becca one is obviously much more gorgeous and luxurious, but you only get 5 different colors. And I don't know, I find like even looking up close though, the Becca ones still have more micro glitter than the e.l.f. one. Like, I just find that the e.l.f. one has more of a sheen to it, whereas like the Becca one has more of like a bunch of little micro glitters in it. But yeah, that's it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't mind the curly hair again. I'm filming a couple videos today because I have to pre-film a little bit. So I am stuck with the curly hair for a few videos. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope if you like these sort of videos on my channel that you will subscribe and like this video down below, and I guess I'll just see you in my next video. Bye guys!